Hello everyone, Britton here, also known as Some of You Dude, and today I'm back with another review, and the book I'm going to be covering, it is a book review, that I'm going to be covering today is a popular one, The Lies of Locke Lamora from Scott Lynch. This is one that a lot of people have told me, much like The Blade itself, and something like The Night Circus, which I haven't read yet, but I do plan on it at some point. But, yeah, The Lies of Locke Lamora is the book I'm going to be covering today. You know, I'll admit, I don't love the way this copy looks. It looks like I got it from, like, an airport or some shit. It looks like one of those, like, airport thrillers that, like, Tom Clancy would fucking write. Seriously, guys? Del Rey? This is the best you could do? Anyway. Anyway. This was another one of those books, kind of like, The Blade itself, The Night Circus. You know, I'm told a lot on YouTube, wow, Britton, this book right here is just the best, amazing, modern masterpiece, just better than melted butter. This is how good people were telling me this book was. But that's what it seemed like to me. And I was like, alright, I'll give it a shot. You know, one day. I'll give it a shot one day. And, well, kind of on a whim, much like how I read The Blade itself last year and ended up really enjoying myself while reading it. It was the same thing with The Lies of Locke Lamora. Though I have to admit, I think I actually like this one more than I did The Blade itself. And this actually might be one of my favorite reads of this year. Now, why is that? Why is that? You know, it feels like you're saying what everyone else is saying. It's amazing. And a lot of the stuff that everyone else says is good is, you know, fine and dandy, but what makes you really enjoy it? Alright, I'll explain. For one, I really enjoyed the prose of this book. I thought the prose was really good. I really liked the bombast of it. It certainly has that melodramatic edge that you would get from a great fantasy novel, not unlike something from Robert E. Howard or, you know, Mieville, or, you know, someone of that sort of way. It's not as verbose as someone like Mieville, but it certainly has that kind of style. And the prose of this book was a delight to read. I love how Lynch I love how he describes stuff, and I just love it. I'll give you an example real quick. Age has a way of exaggerating the physical traits for those who live to feel its strains. The round tend to grow rounder, and the slim tend to waste away. Time had narrowed Angevesta Vercenza. She was not so much withered as collapsed, a spindly living caricature like a wooden idol animated by the sorcery of the sheer willpower. Stuff like that, I love it. I love the way he describes this world. I love the way how he makes it come to life off the page. Because going into the world building part, I find the best world building is the one where the world is introduced to you, where you're not getting info dumped at. You know, I don't really enjoy. I don't really like being just given a bunch of information. I like to feel like I'm experiencing this world as I'm, you know, reading the book, and Lynch does a very good job of that. Speaking of the world building in this is phenomenal. I really enjoyed it. I really like how this world comes to life off the page. Lynch has a gift for... I was reminded a lot of China Mieville when I was reading this. Not so much in the conceptual insanity that is Baz Lag, but he does share Mieville's gusto and his just tendency to build his world with just reckless abandon, sometimes to his detriment, sometimes for his success. And I'll admit this book does take a minute to get going, but once you lose yourself into it, it really is quite the journey. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy it. I think it's really good. But, you know, this book actually reminded me a lot of John Wick in the way that the criminal underworld element worked. I kind of have a pet conspiracy theory that this book is like some weird precursor to the John Wick, like this was the John Wick world in the past, because there is a lot of, not so much the action and crazy action shit, but the intrigue and the world. I just love the criminal underworld element of it. Everyone's always scheming and power move and all that stuff. I love that stuff. I love it. I love intrigue. George R. R. Martin does it well. Joe Abercrombie to a lesser extent. But Scott Lynch really does intrigue very well in this, and I really enjoyed seeing the characters plot and scheme. And I know there's some people who've complained that they didn't love all the, scheming parts, but I really enjoyed it. It really made this feel more realistic to me. It wasn't just they're running in, with their pants down. That was probably the wrong way to say that, but we'll go with it. But yeah, the underworld in this was really fun. I really liked it. The world very much was kind of like Venice from what I've heard, and it did give me that vibe, but I also got a French vibe from this book, funnily enough. There was a Frenchiness to this book that I can't quite explain, and I really liked it. I thought it was really neat. But as for a lot of the other stuff, everyone always talks about the characters and how Jean and Locke are always like just the greatest bromances in not just fantasy, but in like literature. And if you're a fan of Fafhrd and the Grey Mouser, you'll really enjoy the camaraderie between Locke and Jean. Though I personally myself, I prefer Jean personally because he's a really fun character. I found him more fun, not more fun, but I found him more relatable to me than Locke. Though I do enjoy Locke, and I enjoy how Lynch makes him not so much a smartass, wisecracking thief. I mean, he has his moments, but he's clearly he clearly fits the bill of a smart thief. He's always looking for a score. He's always has his ears open, his eyes open, and just the audacity of this guy and the sheer balls on this man is really what makes him endearing as a thief as well. I mean, these guys might be unrepentant, like thieves and robbers and con artists, but good luck not liking him. Though, funnily, I do enjoy how Lynch ends up turning Locke Lamora's strengths eventually into weaknesses, and I won't go too much without spoiling the damn thing, but I really enjoyed that aspect of this book. Villains in this are great, nasty. You really love seeing them get theirs, and it's really nice. And that's really what sold me on the 5-star. But I don't want to spoil. That would spoil. I don't want to spoil things. I don't spoil things on here. But really, what made this book really fun for me, what made it one of my favorite books of this year, is that the books I tend to enjoy the most are often the ones where I just get so sucked up into the story. I'm so enthralled by what's happening that my critical brain isn't working all the time. I'm just in for the ride. I'm not just saying, oh yeah, I like how he approaches these themes. I like a story to grab me and hold me through the book and keep me, invested in what's going on. And I really enjoyed how this book did that. And this book is one of those books that did it. And I love that. Again, it starts a bit slow, and it's not like bad or enjoyable or not enjoyable or anything. Like all of it makes sense in the book, but I really enjoyed how this book just enthralled me, just kept me hooked from the very beginning. Maybe not the very beginning, but from... I'll put it this way. I like when a book can enrapture me within its structure. I enjoy that. So, that's basically what this book did, and I really enjoyed it. I should also mention I really enjoyed the character of Father Chains. He reminded me a lot of Al Swearingen from Deadwood, though he has a lot more scruples than Al Swearingen does. And funnily enough, on my fan cast page, it's actually Ian McShane himself who played Al Swearingen, who was fan casted as this character. I mean, who better? He's if there was an adaptation of this, I would definitely love to see Ian McShane as Father Chains. I think he would do a really good job. But this is probably as much as I can say about Lies of Locke Lamora without going into a spoiler-filled discussion, which I'm not planning on doing. But it's a really good book. I really enjoyed it. It is as good as people say. I really enjoy the bromance between John and Locke. I really enjoy that sense of camaraderie and friendship. that you find throughout this book. It really is quite a gem, and I do recommend that you guys check this out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Letterboxd or Goodreads, you can find me there. I write reviews. They're probably more coherent than the one you just heard right now. I'm on Discord, which again, please come join my Discord. I would love to talk to you guys. I don't bite. It's down in the description. Go check it out. But yeah, this has been my review of Lies of Locke Lamora. Hope you guys take care. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.